This is a Silvertone Model 6050 6-tube tabletop AM radio. They were sold by Sears and Roebuck immediately following World War II between 1946 and 1947 and were built by the Colonial Radio Corporation. It's in pretty good shape for a 70-year-old radio. The power cord is in bad shape, and it has some dings and pings on the cabinet, but not too bad. Aside from some minor issues, it appears complete and has that cool atomic era look. We will investigate and repair this old radio to working condition, so if this interests you, stay tuned. Alrighty, let's get into this radio. So I mainly picked this up because I really like the looks of this thing. Post-World War II, that atomic era look, the lines of the radio, I really like it. So let's take the back off and see what the innards look like. I'll do that off camera as not to bore you. Alright, I decided to save the last screw for dramatic purposes here of seeing what the innards look like, and it's a good sign. All the back cover screws appear to be original, and they're all there. So let's see here. Let's come down. All right. Looks like all the tubes are there. It's, ooh, man, it is dusty. All right, I'm going to take this out of the chassis and take it outside and blow the dust out, because that's pretty dusty. Real quick, before I take it outside and blow the dust off, I thought you might want to see the lots of dust on this thing. Many years of buildup. So it's late June and it's 1,000 degrees outside, but I'll brave the heat and clean this up a bit. Be right back. Okay, that's much better. Cleaned her up a bit. Still need to clean the tubes, but got that thick layer of dust off of there, and it was that sticky dust that you have to use a brush to help get it loose with some low pressure compressed air. But anyway, I wasn't kidding about being 1,000 degrees outside. We're under extreme heat warning for the next, I don't know, I think it's 3 or 4 days, and that's why I'm working on this inside. I usually like to be outside doing stuff, but we're in a ring of fire weather pattern, and that makes it hot here in the Midwest. So we're in the inside of the ring where there's no there are very little chances of precipitation. It's the outer ring that gets the thunderstorms and whatnot, but I'm in the house comfortable with my flannel, nice and cold, air conditioning cranked up.
How dare you!
So let's have a look at the radio. So it's missing a bulb there, and I'm not sure how that would illuminate the dial. That's interesting. That maybe just takes up some voltage on the filament string, but let's see, it's got a Silvertone tube there. And I think that's a Silvertone. All the rest replacements. So let's, I think this is hope I don't jinx it, a fairly virgin-y radio, since it is so complete. But let me take it's completely shielded. And these Silvertones I've worked on a lot of times. I think everyone I have has worked on has had the bottom side enclosed in complete shielding, so it'll be interesting to see what if the innards are all original. Just had some tubes replaced here and there. I don't know. All right, how are we gonna do this? I guess we can tip it all the way on its side. And it has a nice schematic on the, oh, it does that? No, those are the cabinet screws. I was going to say there's some screws missing. Oh, and incidentally, there were 4 screws to hold it in the cabinet on the bottom, and 2 were missing. I don't know. I don't understand how that happens, you know. Do people just take the screws out and fling them on the floor? I mean, I know stuff gets lost, but why is this so tight? Oh, probably help if I took all the screws out.
Dumbass!
Good grief. All right. Big reveal. And we have, get a block of wood here to prop it up. Come on. All right. So, I want to say, on quick glance, these darker ones are probably the originals. And maybe these are replacements. I don't know. I have to examine the solder joints more carefully, but it's a nice, neat job. Well, there aren't many resistors in this thing. Huh. So, I think this isn't a particularly valuable radio, I don't think. We'll fire it up with the dim bulb and see how it works. So let me get that set up. Be right back. All right, I did a little closer look just to see what was original, and I'm pretty sure this is the only cap that has been replaced. It is J-hooked in, and I think all the others are original. And I think it's a darn good thing I did take a closer look here. So this cap here, you can see it's puking out the innards. I'll get a close-up view of it. So that cap is not looking too good. And I think it's a darn good thing I did check it over, and I highly recommend you all check stuff over, because this cap is shorted. Now, that isn't necessarily a bad thing, but that cap is our across the line capacitor. So if we were to power this up, it would, especially without a dim bulb. And I don't know if this was powered up without a dim bulb, but I can't imagine that would do good things. That would give line voltage in places you probably don't want it. So I could just snip it out of circuit. I don't think it would be a good idea to power this up even with the dim bulb with that cap there. So, and then the line cord. Yeah, let me put a line cord on it too, because that's kind of sketchy. So we'll just do those two things. I'll get the dim bulb set up and we'll fire it up. I went to put a new power cord on, and there's this stupid thing that's riveted in. I can't see what that says. It's cord lock. I mean, yeah, that's good to keep the cord there, but why would you rivet that in? I mean, power cord's probably the most replaced item on a radio. So I'm going to have to drill those rivets out and put some screws in, so let me do that. Alrighty, I got the power cord put on. That turned out to be quite the pain in the ass. I couldn't drill the rivets out the easy way, this way, so I had to drill them out the hard way from the back side. And then the hole for the power cord to go through was small, and it wouldn't fit my modern extension cord cable, so I had to hunt around for an old cable to put on, and I could only find a black one. I know I got brown ones somewhere, but I couldn't find it. But I got it in, and the other thing, I did make a boo-boo on that across the line capacitor. I didn't take into account that goes through the filament string, and the capacitor does test to be a capacitor, surprisingly. I don't remember what it tested. 124 nanofarads, so it's more than doubled in value, and I'm pretty sure that would have been a eventual bad deal. We don't need it to power up. It's just a filter. So I have our dim bulb set up. We'll monitor our B plus, and that should be 112 volts. So we'll give it a bulb. And let's see. I believe that is on. So we'll slowly bring up our, it'd probably help if I turned it on. Always forget to do that. So turn it on. We'll slowly bring up our voltage. I'm sure I'll forget something. So 40 volts. Wait, do I have this switch? Oh, there we go. Always screw something up. So, got 20 volts going in. And you can see our voltage on there. 30 volts. I didn't test the filter cap. No idea if that is any good. I don't know if you can see. Our first bulb is getting a little bit of glow at, let's see, 55 volts, 60 volts, 70 volts. Imagine any time now if that filter cap is going to work. Start chewing on some electrons. 80 volts. And there she goes. Our bulb is not brightly lit, so no shorts in theory. And like I said, this isn't a particularly valuable radio, so we'll just bring it up. Well, I can hear a speaker hum. Not affected by the volume control. So that's probably a bad filter cap. It's 100 volts AC going in. 110. Let's see, just for giggles, if... Oh, you know what? I don't have the antenna plugged in. Well, there's no... Let's see, our AVC needs to go through that probably, so let me pause this for a second, put our antenna on. Always forget something. Alright, got our antenna. I don't think that's going to make a difference on anything. Likely that filter cap bad. Maybe I didn't even really look at the schematic. What other... Something in the audio circuit. Possibly. Let's see. All right. Turn our voltage up again. Nothing blowing up. It's 80 volts, 90 volts. We're limited to 70 with our dim bulb. There's our hummus back. $100 volts AC. Let's just crank it up. 110, 120. Let's give it a bulb. Yeah. Just speaker hum. I don't know if 54 volts is enough to... let's give it another bulb. Nope. With 3 bulbs, I would think we'd have... Oh yeah, we're at 100 and... We were on 100 and... over about 112 volts. So our filter cap is likely toast. So let me investigate that. We'll be right back. Alright, so those, there's 2 filter caps. There's a 20 and a 40. So the first one measures open or low capacitance. Likely low capacitance, because we were getting some B+. And our other one, same thing. So, we'll shoehorn in some filter caps, and I'll see if we can get any reception. Okay, I just paralleled in a 47 microfarad for the 40 and a 22 for the 20, which is perfectly fine. You can go up in value with your capacitor replacements. You just generally don't want to go down in value. So I got 2 bulbs on. Let's fire this up again. Bring it up relatively slow. And I have to change my glasses so I can see. Alright, 35 volts. Oh, I think no, I didn't turn it off. It's on. Good grief. 40 volts. 50 volts. 60 volts. 70 volts. 80 volts. Oh, there it goes. Thought sure I forgot to flip a switch, turn something on. And I have it on 2 bulbs. That's why there's not very much bulb action going on. Let's go 90 volts. I think at about this point we had the hum. No hum yet. I hear static. 100 volts. 110. I hear radio something. It's sounding like a radio. Yeah. That's my local station. Ha! And that's WGN. Let's give it another bulb. Well, she works. A couple lousy filter caps. So the way I like to do it is do minimum component replacement to get the radio to work unless there's something catastrophically wrong with it. So now we can proceed on to replace all these paper caps, and that these filter caps are going to be a pain because they're buried inside inside the radio. And ideally, I'd like to put a terminal strip in there, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit one in there. The filter cap is a cardboard cap. I don't think I'll be able to restuff that. I'm going to have to do some thinking, see what we'll do, but let me work on it a bit. We'll be back. Well, an update here. What you're looking at is the remnants of the filter cap can that was there. So there's just no good place on the underside to mount the filter capacitors, and a lot of people just leave them paralleled in, but with the high voltage, line voltage running through it, I could potentially start smoking or something. I don't think it'd be particularly dangerous, but it might not smell so good. So I wanted to get this cardboard thing off in one piece so I could slide it back over, but that didn't quite go so good. So underneath the cardboard is a can capacitor, and I just basically beat the shit out of it until it came off. It wasn't easy, I'll tell you that. But yeah, maybe I guess I could tape this back together and slide it over that, so it kind of looks like a capacitor. I mean, I'm not really that concerned. It's on the inside of the radio. When you play the radio, you don't see it. So, all right, I'll get the filter caps in and start, I guess, replacing the paper caps. Okay, it's day 2 of the Ring of Fire.
And it burns, burns, burns.
Man, it is hot. This is my outdoor temperature gauge and showing the heat index and the dew point. That's the thing that really makes it miserable outside. But anyway, we're back inside working on it. I got it recapped and I'll flip it around and show you that. I just want to go through the stations, and incidentally the dial lamp is actually a 120 volt bulb, and I didn't think I had one. I went downstairs and looked in the Christmas ornaments, and one of those Christmas houses that light up take those little bulbs, so I took one out of that and put it in, and I guess it reflects through this little reflector. I don't know. We'll have to see with the case back on. But anyway, this is a pretty decent performing radio. I just did a little preliminary research, and some people had said it didn't perform very good. But we'll go through the stations here real quick. That's my local station. And it gets WLS pretty good, which is my benchmark for how well the radio performs. So 890 WLS. WGN 720. And 670 the score. So, not bad. Those are the main radio stations of my area. And our B plus, I think it was supposed to be 112 volts. It's just under that, which is good. We want it to be a little bit less, so our tubes last longer. And I meant to say, when I removed that can for the filter caps, it didn't have anything to do with mounting it. I wanted to mount it on the underside, but I wanted to take the existing capacitors out of circuit, remove that so they didn't have the possibility of getting hot and making some real stinky smells. So I mounted the 2 filter caps on the bottom there. So all the paper caps replaced, and I'm going to go in and replace all the resistors as well. So now that I know it works good, I'm not even going to line it. I know it can't get any better than what it is, which is good. So next is the cabinet. So we'll take a look at that and see what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to refresh the cabinet, refinish it, and yeah, I need to take this decorative ornament off, but as I looked around how it's fastened, there's these stupid spring clips on there, and I'll get a close-up here real quick. What in the monkey-do business is that? You can't twist them unscrew it because everything hits something. It hits the inner wall on the other side, but I guess I'm going to have to pry these tabs up. Why they wouldn't just put regular nuts on there, I have no idea. That's frustrating. So let me try getting those off and see what we got. Alright, I got the damn thing off. Wow. Was that something? So I was able to twist them off. I thought they were going to hit the side of the cabinet. But as you can see, it tore up the cardboard a little bit. It's a miracle I didn't demolish it. But since these are spring clips, they were pushed on freaking tight. And in order to grab it, you're compressing in these things that grab the threads, so you're bending it up tight to try and turn the damn thing off. And I managed to use a hemostat, kind of grabbing it like that and opening it up, and then when I couldn't get that in there, I would grab the ends of it and just slowly turn it. It takes about 2 full turns before it gets relatively loose where you're not cussing taking it out. So whew, glad that's done. So we're going to remove the old finish. We're going to use my trusty Bahco 665 and my little hide scraper, that one there, and we're just gonna scrape the finish off, and I'll get to that and we'll see how it looks when I'm done. Alright, just gonna show a little bit, and I gotta show the whole thing, but how this scraping works. Takes the finish right off. Very nice. It saves the chemical stripping, which I don't like to do. So that's it. Just have to be patient. Okay, I got it 99% scraped. It took me 3.5 hours to get it this far, and I think it's going to look real good. I just wiped it down with alcohol, and there's some brown on the top. I'm not going to scrape that off. I'm just going to sand it for another coat of paint. There's a little hooey here and a hooey here. Those are the only 2 real bad dings in it. And so the next step is going to be, I'm going to 220 it after I go ahead and scrape a little bit better, clean things up. 220 it, then probably 400 grit, and get it ready for our finish. And the scraping, I'll just go over that a little bit. I'd say just the top and the sides I did with the big scraper, and the rest of it with these little doodads. And I didn't even mount them on the handle. I just did it by hand. And went along the curved edges. This one worked well. Getting in the tight nooks and crannies. This one works really good, and just for getting around the edges, use this one. I really thought doing these fancy endios was going to be really tough, but it turned out to be not bad at all. It was just vertical sweeps with this. This finish, incidentally, very, very thin. They really skimped when they did this. So I guess, with Sears being maybe a discount place back in the day, that's the way they did it. And they even got some brown paint on that part there. But, oh, and the other thing, those damn spring clips instead of nuts. I mean, the spring, I don't know this, but I'm just assuming those were half a cent cheaper than using a nut, trying to save money. I don't know. The thing about money, it's so darn expensive. So this is looking good. When I have it ready for finish, we'll report back. All right, it's been a couple days since I worked on this, and it's day 4 of the Ring of Fire.
The ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Hot, hot, hot today, but I think it's finally coming to an end. The heat and humidity supposedly going away. There's thunderstorms rumbling through the area. The power blinked out earlier for a minute. Hopefully that won't happen during this filming deal, but I got the cabinet all nice and sanded. Everything's nice and smooth. I sanded this out. I fixed a couple hooies there, and we're ready to do the finish. And again, we're going to use the shellac. I use the amber Zinsser shellac. I can't get it out of my mouth. But anyway, that comes pre-mixed in a 3-pound cut. And I cut it down to a 2-pound cut. And I have tried a new brush that I like a lot more. It's just a little, what is that, a 1-inch brush with the nylon bristles, and it's much easier to use than the big brushes. Keep controlling the shellac as it dries really fast as you put it on. So we'll get to shellacking and we'll see how it goes. All right, we got the first coat of shellac on, and I gotta say, I really like this amber shellac. It really, in my opinion, brings out the grain. It really looks nice. I like it, like it, like it. So the next thing we're gonna do is either 320 or 400 grit. Just it's pretty darn smooth, but I want to make it a little bit smoother. And then for painting this part and inside of here, I had some brown acrylic paint and it was too light. So I took some black, mixed it in a little empty disco dust container, and let's see if I can get this. So this is the original brown. This is the dark brown we're going to use. I think that looks closer to what was there. It could even be a touch bit darker. I don't know, but it'll be all right. So let me get that done. I'll sand it, clean it, paint these inner parts, and we'll be back. We have the dark brown part painted. Just did some light sanding, take down a few imperfections. So we'll put a coat or two more shellac, and I think we'll be done. Alrighty, the finish is done. Turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. That amber shellac, man, it just really makes a rich, vibrant color to the radio, and that's why I like the shellac. So I ended up doing 3 coats. Just to review here, the first 2, I did the 2-pound cut, and that 2-pound cut is like a sealer coat, and I tried for the last coat to do the 3-pound cut just to see how that flowed and went on, and nice and thick, made it nice and shiny. So I'm definitely a novice in doing this. Basically don't know what I'm doing, so but I am learning. But I did find a really nice video by Paul Sellers that goes over brushing shellac, and he goes into it in a lot of details, so you can check out that video if you want to see someone lay on shellac that actually knows what they're doing. And I did also, I bought some flake shellac to try on the next project, specifically B, T, and C tiger flakes. And this is a de-waxed shellac. I guess it's made in Germany. It's supposed to be really good, and that will be on our next finishing project. So with this radio, we'll get it put back together and see how it looks. Alrighty, we got it all put back together. Man, it looks sharp. I really like the way it turned out, man. Neat, neat, neat. It's nice to work with a cabinet that was in good shape. The speaker grill cloth and all that is original. But not only does it look good, this thing performs very good. So this is the AM 670, the score. 720 WGN. That's some rock station. I still haven't looked into what that is. It gets WLS. My local station, 1420, and I think there's another one. There's another rock station up around, I don't know, 1540 or something. But let me show you what it looks like with the lights off. I did get the correct 7-watt bulb for it. So it is up and going. I did go through the resistors. There were a couple that were out of spec. Nothing major. Let's see, I think. Well, I did put a fuse in it. Just for safety, I just throw a 1 amp fuse. It runs, I don't know, around 450 milliamps, so that fuse is just for some kind of catastrophic short protection. But it's interesting that it really performs well. And from when I looked into these, people that had fixed these had stated that it was not a good performer, so I'm not quite sure. I think there's 3, 4, even maybe 5 different models of this, or chassis layouts, and maybe this is the good one. I don't know. But it performs good. It looks good. I'm getting better with the shellac. I look forward to doing the next radio with our flake shellac mix. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Maybe learned something. And thanks for watching.